You're this person who gives tips.
Yeah, unwanted.
Here, listen to me. No, the impression I get from her is like, you do all the wrong movies.
What was it called? Shadi of the Dead. Yeah, see, now that's pushing it a little bit.
Hi, I am Katrina Kaif.
Hi, I'm Katrina Kaif. And
No, I'm Katrina Kaif.
Okay, we seem to have a little bit of a confusion here. We'll sort that out and get back to you. But anyways, you were watching Bollywood Hungama.
Yes, you are.
Abhay Deol, as the promos are coming across, and you seem to be totally looking different from what you've done before in terms of your dancing and your singing and everything. It's a different experience for you altogether.
I mean, the effort is always to kind of not repeat yourself. So if I've done a film that's perhaps romantic, the next one I'd like to do would be not romantic, just to try a different genre and a different look. Because as an actor, you want to play characters, right? You don't want to look like yourself in each film. So I'm glad that this looks different from the one that came before, which looked different than the one that came before that. And I'm hoping my next one is also completely different from this one. I mean, that's the fun of my
I'm sure
job.
that you always consciously try to be different, but we tend to have these parameters in terms of commercial and, like, say, in a way, different sort of, like, say, independent cinema and those sort of cinema. You have been more or less into that bracket, that experimental cinema. You've experimented a lot with your characters and all. This is like full-on mainstream stuff. You're dancing, you're singing, you've sung yourself as well. In that context, it's somewhat a different experience for your fans and viewers as well.
One, for the same reason I said before, to try something new. Two, I've never actually been given a big platform within a commercial space. The reason why I turned down a lot of mainstream formula films because they weren't really supported by a strong enough producer. And so I chose to experiment because that would have been the thing that people would be attracted to. And to be honest, I like experimenting. It excites me much more than formula films. But the moment that a big formula film came my way, as Zindagi, it's mainly because I love the script. I wouldn't do it just because, okay, now it's a formula film and has big backing. No, it's a brilliant script. I love my character. I have a lot of respect for Zoya. I know her for very long. I've always found her extremely talented. So I was keen on taking this on for so many reasons, not one particular reason as such. But to be fair, yeah, I wasn't about to do mainstream films without it being backed by a good producer. No.
Katrina Kaif, she can definitely be she's endorsing a lot of products, but at the same time...
She gave me grief. She was like, I read about you going to New York while it was coming out. She's always trying to tell me about how I should be marketing and be around to do stuff.
Has it worked? Has it worked for you?
Is it working?
I think so. I mean, I think obviously everyone has to have their own balance and stay within their comfort zones or such. But I think, yeah, there was a conversation about the release date or something like that we had. So sure. I always like to get into that side.
Close to your birthday, in fact. Okay, and Katrina Kaif, as I was saying earlier, is endorsing many products, and now she can be, I think, the official brand ambassadors for maybe tomatoes or something, tomato preservation or something of that sort. Too many tomatoes, like it's like.
Yeah, that didn't sound so great. I wasn't looking for that. Waiting for the high point.
If you have to, like, say, promote tomatoes in any way whatsoever, how will you do that?
Yeah, I think it's just a talking point, really. But the fact of the matter is that song is just about a bunch of these guys having fun. Just the same way that on Holi, I wake up and first thing I do is look for where my friends are, whoever's having the most fun, whoever's making the most mischief and dancing the most and drinking and having fun. That's what we do on Holi. That's the same thing that they do there. It's just a festival.
But this is the first time we are hearing that someone is playing Holi with tomatoes. Honestly,
I guess that's what they do in Spain. Even I didn't know that's what they do, but I also came to know. And I love stuff like that. It's fun. It's basically just jumping up and down, dancing and having fun and throwing stuff at people. I mean, that's what we do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not every day, but.
That was Katrina Kaif and Abhay Deol talking about their films Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. They've also discussed quite a few things about their films, their forthcoming films, the kind of tips that Abhay has been taking from Katrina and the kind of polls that Abhay should be contesting for. And
but please mention that Abhay asked me for the tips. They weren't tips, they were discussions. I wasn't giving tips like that. I mean, they were discussions and then
that is true. That is true. That is true. She's a brand in herself.
You're just like, you're this person who gives tips.
Yeah, unwanted advice.
Yeah, listen to me. You have to do this,
item songs.
This is your list.
Can you see you guys working together as a pair? Because I think the chemistry looks very good.
Wait, I don't know. The impression I get from her is like, you do all the wrong movies.
No, yeah, I don't think like that. I mean, if it's like I said, for me, my balance between what some of the stuff he does and what for me is personally interesting is like a Devdi.
But you know what? While making Devdi, nobody thought it would be a commercial or mainstream film.
No, but see, that's where I agree with you in what you said, that it is, because the story is already one, just tried and tested, it's accepted. A commercial is not about scale. That, I believe, is a very wrong notion. Commercial is about the story. It cannot be dry. I mean, for a normal person and for the audience.
Grand music in that as well. Like Devdi had a fantastic score.
No, I mean, the idea was to make it a commercial film. And actually, the idea behind all my films is that.
Those Anurag Kashyap's.
Yeah, he wanted music layered throughout, and the music worked.
I love that film.
The same goes for all of my other films. Like, I think Shanghai has a huge commercial potential as well.
Yeah, I think the story looks very interesting. Yeah.
But for a lot of people on the surface, it's going to be a film that's offbeat perhaps. But I'll have you know, it's not really. And definitely not Navdeep's Next, which is like Shadi of the Dead, working title, which is like a zom-com, you know what I mean? So for me, they're clear out and out commercial films. It's just that I need to have some originality that excites me too.
What was it called? Shadi of the Dead. Yeah, see, now that's pushing it a little bit.
That's pushing it a little bit.
I think that this can continue for on and on. That was Abhay Deol and Katrina Kaif, and happy birthday to you in advance, Katrina Kaif.
Thank you very much.
For this month itself.
Happy
and
birthday
we really
to you
hope
too,
that
for whenever it is.
Whenever it is.
He is March 14th, in fact.
15th. Amir is 14th.
Amir is 14th. Yeah.
I'm 15th.
Even Rohit Shetty is 14th.
Oh, okay.
I'm very good with birthdays, in fact. Fantastic. So all the best wishes to all of you for your film, and we really hope that you keep on doing very well in the respective genres that you're working in and aspire to work in.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's all we have from Bollywood Hangama. Keep on watching.
शादी के बाद तुम कहाँ ऐसी बॉयज ट्रिप पे जाना चाहोगे?